Cool.
Okay.
Hi, you guys. Welcome. We're excited that you're here, and we're super excited about this line. We're going to talk about the new Abode cleaning line. And, I think every one of us has wished for this. We have some cleaning products. We've had the On Guard cleaner concentrate, which I've always enjoyed. But just to have a whole cleaning line, when I think of the crap that I've tried to buy that's natural in the store, because I refuse to buy any harsh chemicals. So usually I just have made my own. But God, I just wanted something that was fresh and clean and I knew I could use for everything. And we've got this beautiful line now. We've got the hand wash. These bottles are incredible too. They're just big, heavy duty brown glass bottles with metal. This is all metal. So they're really well made. So that's the hand wash. We've got the dish soap, all right, the hand lotion, and this is my personal favorite, and this is the surface cleaner. This stuff I've been using like crazy. And this bottle has a little rubber bottom to it, which is kind of nice. So no matter where you set it, like I've used it in the bathroom. I used it, oh my gosh, to clean the toilets, the sink, everything. It is amazing, and everything smells so fresh. And I've tried a couple of cleaners. Oh, what's the one that's so popular right now? Mrs. Somebody's
Myers. There's
Mrs. Myers.
And there's Simple Green.
Simple Green, but they're not natural. None of them are. And my daughter-in-law uses all the Mrs. Myers, and every time I go over there, she's got the hand soap and she's got the dish soap, and I get kind of a headache because I can tell that it's a synthetic fragrance. And she says, "Oh, well, it's got essential oils in it," and I'm like, "Yeah, but they're not good essential oils. They're synthetic, and I can tell just by smelling. They just kind of make me sick." So we finally have a product now that is made with all natural ingredients and does the trick and does so many amazing things, like kill a ton of bacteria. And so, Wendy, do you want to show the picture?
I was just going to show what they look like when they come before you put them in the beautiful bottles. Oh, well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They come in these recyclable bottles. The concentrate one. Some of them come in pouches like this. This is the hand lotion. So you'd be putting this hand lotion, and then there's, well, we'll get to the others, but that's what they look like. They're in recyclable packaging.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So you get the bottles, and you don't have to get the bottles. You could just use your own if you have. I recycle a lot of bottles of things that I've had in the past. The bottle's good, or the plastic bottle, whatever, and I do recycle them. But these were too beautiful, and I bought the convention kit, which we're going to talk about here. And so there is this convention kit. It is available to people who didn't go to convention. And so it is $238. Now it has all of the new products in it, including the new oils, which is the Huga, and the new vanilla, Madagascar vanilla, which is to die for. And then our new Tulsi, which is holy basil. It comes with all the bottles, all right? And then it comes with all the refills. So these refills you pour into the bottles. And then you also get a sampling of, which I didn't mention yet, of the laundry pods and then the dishwashing pods. And I have used both of them, and they are amazing. As a matter of fact, I just did 2 loads of laundry with the pods. And then I also did, I've used the dishwashing pods in the dishwasher, and they get the dishes so nice and clean. And it's lovely, lovely stuff. So I did want to mention, so now in the Abode collection, if you guys do the convention kit, you get a sampling of everything. So you get full size of most everything except for 2 of the items. And Kathy's going to show you the laundry pod and the dishwasher pod. You get a smaller sampler pack
This is the dishwasher pod. So you get a smaller one in the convention kit, but when you order it on your normal order, you get the larger normal size. And it's the same with the, and this is a bigger difference, with the laundry pods, you get a sample and then you get with your normal order, a bigger version. So, which was nice for me to find that out because I thought these little ones were the ones that you're going to be getting every time. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to go through these way too fast.
Well, and the price point too, you're looking at the price point going, huh? So just know that if you do order the convention kit, you know, you will get the smaller packages of those. And then when you order them. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. The convention kit is a great savings because you get to get everything. And we're going to talk about a couple of the new oils, which are amazing, but mainly we were just so excited about this Abode collection. And they did so much research when they were putting this together, and they tested over like 100 different oils, and they did all these different tests, and they figured out the 10 oils to use in this combination that, and the combination of oils together kills several major bacteria. And so we're going to let Wendy talk about the bacteria part in a minute. And so let's see, next slide.
Can you see that?
No. Oh, there we go.
I
Here we
can.
go. The Hygge.
Can you see
cozy
that,
plant?
Kathy? It's got
Yes.
the image of the kit and the Hygge. Okay.
Yes.
So, so we're going to talk about, before we get into all the ingredients in that, we're going to talk about, I also want to tell you that the deep blue, there's a new deep blue, and it's a deep blue stick. And I'm telling you, for those deep blue lovers, how many of you guys love deep blue? I mean, and use it all the time. I mean, and I love it, but and I prefer the deep blue. I use the cream. That's what I use, the lotion. And I just feel like it's super effective. But then when you're done rubbing it all over your neck and whatever, it's on your hands, and you really do need to wash your hands immediately, because if you touch your eyes accidentally, or, you know, go to the bathroom and you touch down there, it'll go right through that toilet paper and you kind of get a woo. So how many of you gotten a woo before from Deep Blue? I mean, seriously. So this stick, you just roll it right on, and you don't need to rub it in. It's not like lotiony or anything. It just goes right on your neck or wherever, and you don't need to rub it in. And it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And what's really cool about the Deep Blue is on the container, we are now allowed to say that Deep Blue helps relieve arthritis and pain, which, you know, we've all been stifled with all the compliance issues from the FDA, but now we actually have permission, because this stuff is so phenomenal. They've also added one more ingredient to the Deep Blue stick, and that's copaiba. And we all know that copaiba is great for pain and for inflammation. So it just adds that extra oomph to the Deep Blue. The other thing that copaiba does, we learned at the convention when copaiba first came out, and I believe that, I can't think of his name now, who
Dr.
does,
Hill or Osgothorpe?
no, the sympathy of the cells.
Oh, Boyd Truman.
Boyd Truman said that when you add copaiba to anything, it like kicks it into high gear. So it's just an amazing, like if you're putting frankincense on.
Supercharge.
Yeah, exactly. It just kind of
Amplifies it.
supercharges whatever oil that you're using. So I find it fascinating. It made total sense that they would add that to the Deep Blue stick. So since we've got this slide up, Kathy, you want to talk about Hygge or
Oh, did I didn't
Wendy?
realize that was on my list.
okay, Wendy, you want to talk about Hygge?
Yeah, I love this. I just got my box tonight. It was on the doorstep, and my bottle is actually still cold for being outside. And
Well,
so
mine is not cold. Mine is well worn in.
Oh, it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let's see. It has, I don't know if I can even read the.
I
writing
can
on
read
It's so
what it
small.
has in it, Wendy.
Yeah, why don't you tell us what's in there?
It's got wild orange peel. It has cedar wood. It has amyris, frankincense, myrrh, cistus, vetiver,
Yeah, I can smell the vetiver.
tonka bean, absolute extract, and vanilla absolute.
Yeah.
It's just incredibly lovely. I remember listening to Convention, the dude that came up with this particular blend. His background is a chemist who does perfume type of chemistry that puts together blends that have a specific emotional draw that you want to attain from a scent. So this blend he put together specifically to make it feel cozy and make you feel like you want to be at home up against the hearth with your blankie and your hot beverage. So he put a lot of these different blend oils in it and came up with, I think, really a phenomenally lovely blend. I'm diffusing it constantly in my home now. The cooler weather, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's really
I love
pretty.
it so much. I've been carrying it in my purse with me. And I brought it to the hospital when Wade was in the hospital, and I kept putting it up, under his nose. And he was like, oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Super,
It's
super.
very warm smelling to me.
Yes. And earthy.
And earthy,
Yes.
and that's the vetiver, and the vetiver does have that very grounded aroma.
Yeah.
And then of course with the vanilla note in it, it's also a little sweet,
Yes.
without being sticky sweet, but it's sweet. So it's really lovely. And I wasn't going to get it because sometimes we get these promotional oils and then I just have a hard time talking about them later as a wellness advocate because they're not available to us. So
Right.
I thought, well, I don't know if I'm going to get it. And I'm so glad I did. And I have a feeling, a very sneaky suspicious that this might end up making its way into our regular product line because it's gotten so many rave reviews from everybody. So I would imagine if they have a sourcing problem, then, that might be something they would address. But it's really just lovely. I think somebody's trying to get in. Yeah,
and it's got a hint, it's got wild orange in it too. So like the vetiver, it's got this earthy tone, but the wild orange just kind of gives it a little uplifting. So just the combination, it is absolutely it's my favorite oil right now. I'm just loving it. And
ladies, I'm going to talk about cypress in a few minutes, but I was diffusing this with cypress, and I'll tell you why in a minute that I like the cypress, but the combination, and I'm just seeing down here that it says for scenic drive, the hygge and the cypress with a little peppermint. Well, I didn't do the peppermint because I'm not a peppermint diffuse person, but the combo of the cypress with it is really lovely.
Yeah, and the cypress is our oil of the month this month, which we'll talk about in a little bit. One other thing I wanted to show you in the convention kit, because this pretty much is the convention kit, except for those, you see the 2 10 ml bottles right there. Those two do not come. Those were given to people who actually went to the convention. And so doTERRA always does that. They give you extra little gifts and so many neat little things when you actually show up at conventions. So those two items will not be in there. That's the Evolve Convention oil and then the Osmanthus, which were both special gifts. But believe me, the value is still there for everything that's there. And then you'll also see the little bag of On Guard. That's what this is here. The new On Guard tablets are amazing. They're chewable tablets with On Guard, and we all, we have the On Guard lozenges and the On Guard oil and the On Guard beadlets, and we've got all sorts of On Guard soft gels, but these are so great. This little bag, it's a small little baggie. I could keep it in my purse. And they're chewable tablets. And in addition to the On Guard, they've added the things that are so important right now, especially with what's going on in the world. And it's got vitamin D, zinc, vitamin C, And then they've also put in, what is it? I can't pronounce it. The glucan, and it's supposed to really help boost your immune system. So this little bag of goodies, I highly recommend it with winter coming up. It's available alone as well. It comes in the convention kit, but you can just purchase these alone as well. So
I was reading today on one of our leadership pages, somebody was asking about the usage of the On Guard oil, the beadlets, the soft gel On Guard pluses, and then the chewables. And the directive or the protocol is on a daily normal preventative basis. You would use the regular oil and the beadlets. And then for more of an acute situation where you feel like you're coming down with something, or you're around a large group of people where you're not sure about the germs flying through the air, that's when you would use your On Guard Plus soft gels and your chewables. If you have symptoms, definitely use both of any sort of viral ickies. But that was the protocol, that the regular On Guard oil is great for an ongoing purpose. One of the reasons the On Guard soft gels, they have oregano in them, and oregano isn't really suggested to be used on a long-term everyday basis. It's more of like a week to 10-day kind of thing. So it won't hurt you to take, one here or there every few days if you're concerned, but you don't need to be taking these things every single day.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So just another, we were really excited about these, and they taste good. You can give them to kids. They're safe for kids. And I just, like I say, I keep them in my purse. So that way, if I'm out and about, I just remember to take one and chew one, especially when I'm out in public with people. So that's another
really good.
Yeah, that's the thing that you do get in the convention kit with.
Yeah, and I had heard that when you eat the chewable, it's going to support the tissues in your mouth, your throat, your esophagus. And when you take the On Guard soft gel, it's going to be protecting your digestive tract. So just another way to consider when and how you should be taking those.
Yeah,
perfect.
Absolutely. Any questions so far, you guys?
I just wondered why the hygge is not pronounced huggy or higgy.
Well, it's a Danish word.
I think it sounds better, huggy.
Well, you can, you know what, Barbara? You have my permission to say it any way you want to, because you are the queen. You are the queen. So you say it any way you want to. But it is pronounced hygge. And the reason why I know that is because I have a friend who has a shop in Kings Beach, and she had her shop named Hygge. And so this is custom made for Brooke, I guess. But it is, it's a beautiful, and it means, it's more of a sensation. It's a feeling of feeling home, feeling like you can just unwind and de-stress. And so that's what it's all about. It's
Nice.
about giving you that sense of being comfortable in your own home.
Lovely.
So we put this
Stock
image
up.
together.
It's not stock up, because it isn't around forever.
I
Yeah,
know, I
it's
feel
like
that
it-
way now.
It's
Exactly.
probably already out of stock. If it,
No,
if
I
it's
just
No,
got
it's
my
not.
box. I just
No.
got my box.
Yeah.
oh,
It's
So
not,
the
and I'm
reason
putting my
why,
order in today, so I make sure it's in there.
oh, good. So the reason why we put these two images together is because we have a 200 PV promotion this month. The kit with the beautiful amber bottles is 175 PV. And if you add a product of 25 PV, then you very easily get up to the 200 PV promo. So we were recommending the Hygge Cozy Blend so that you can get yourself some free products this month. So can you see this next slide okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. So there it is. So do you want to talk to us about that, Kimberly?
Certainly. Well, first of all, let me wait a second here. I just lost everybody.
Oh.
Okay. So the promotion, you want me to talk about the promotion?
Sure, yeah.
Well, so if you buy the convention kit at whatever, I can't remember what the 183 PV,
175.
175 PV,
Mhm.
and you were to just add the Hygge to your order, you'd have a 200 PV order. And then doTERRA would send you the free deep blue rub and a bottle of the Copaiba capsules. So we were just talking about how Copaiba kind of enhances the effect of anything you use. As a matter of fact, since Wade, most of you may not know, but my husband got really sick and was in the hospital with COVID, and he's home now and recovering. And so at nighttime, well, I'm giving him, he's back on his lifelong vitality again now, and I've got him on DDR prime, but I've been giving him Copaiba at night. He takes a Copaiba capsule along with Serenity because he hasn't slept really well. And he likes the Serenity capsules. I take Serenity capsules or Adaptive. Either one of them help me go to sleep. But I swear, when I add that Copaiba capsule along with it, it just seems to work better. And when times are really stressful and you're not getting good rest, like I have been going through, I've just been taking that Copaiba just to make sure, along with my Serenity. So anyway, so it's a great deal. So for 200 PV, you get that, if you get that convention kit and you add a bottle of the Hygge to the order, you'll get the deep blue rub and you'll get the Copaiba. And if you put your order in by the 15th, which is
a free cypress.
Exactly. And so the cypress is a pretty amazing oil. And Kathy, would you like to share about that?
Well, there's just,
it does so many things.
Really, there are so many things. I mean, it's overwhelming when you start to look it up to see all of the actual different uses.
Yep.
So I'm going to concentrate on a couple of them, mostly circulatory and in your pulmonary tract, because you can use it for muscle, also your muscle systems. But for me, I personally use cypress a lot because I have circulatory issues. I have things that, you know, my legs will start to ache, or I have restless leg syndrome at night that doesn't, I just can't sleep. I'm tossing and turning. And so what I've done, cypress is obviously incredibly great for your circulatory system. It helps anything that is kind of stuck and sludgy. Just think about it in those terms. It's going to help with your blood, your circulation, your phlegm, your lymphatic fluid. Even in your mind, it helps you move from a stuck process emotionally to a progressing, less fearful state of mind. So just think of it as a rotor-rooter, so to speak, of your body and your mind. So personally, I've been adding it because I love the smell of it, especially this time of year as we're going into the cooler weather. I love the grounding properties that it brings. I know that it's helping my breathing. I know it's helping my circulation. So I add it to things in my diffuser, and I ran across the Hygge and the cypress together in the diffuser. Was so wonderful. Just so you know, it was such a nice combination to put those two together. But I was telling Kimberly last week, because she had some leg pains, and I was telling her that I've been blending cypress with balance, because some of you may, and you can look on YouTube, you can Google balance, doTERRA balance blood cells. And there's a little video that shows some a microscopic view of some red blood cells that are kind of cloggy and stuck in the slide, and they're not really moving around. And then there was some balance oil added to that. And all of a sudden, the blood cells start to flow freely.
Like they're supposed to.
Like they're supposed to. So it brought the blood back to more of a homeostasis. So I've been putting in my doTERRA lotion, and I put it in a little tube that I bought. I add balance and cypress to my lotion, and I rub it on my legs at night before I go to bed. And I just feel like it really benefits. It also isn't bad for sleep, but cypress is also good for sleeping. So the combination of those two oils when I go to bed on my legs has really, I think, made it a nice difference for me. Plus the smell of cypress and balance together. I don't know if you have both of these oils. If you don't, you need to make sure you get this free one this month, because it's just a really nice, lovely, piney, cypressy smell. But with the balance, it's like a perfume, a winter perfume. So
Oh, nice.
my balance in bergamot is my summer perfume. My balance in cypress is my winter perfume.
And it's a nice combo. And again, you'll get it if you do a 125 PV. You don't have to do the 200 to get this, just the 125, and you get the cypress for free. I also wanted to mention cypress as I've had, in the last 10 years, I've had 3 UTIs. And cypress was one that I used on my abdomen every time I had the UTI. There's a whole protocol for UTIs. And so I was taking capsules. I'm not going to get into all that, but the cypress was a key piece in healing, because I never did go on antibiotics. I didn't need them. I was able to take care of it all with using my oils, and cypress was one of those oils. It's also great for bedwettings. So if you have any grandkids or kids, bedwetting, it's supposed to be great by rubbing it on their abdomen. Also for incontinence, if you have incontinence issues as we age.
Everything bladder and prostate.
Yeah.
It's helpful with prostate.
Just rub that right over your abdomen. So it is like such an incredible oil. It does so many things.
And you do not have to dilute cypress. It can be used neat.
Yeah.
Don't use it internally though.
Yeah. And some of you might be wondering, like, how do Kimberly and Kathy, how do they know what to use for what issues? And if you don't have an app on your phone or a book, then I would recommend that you invest in that, because it'll put these remedies and protocols right at your fingertips. So Kathy's holding up the Essential Life. And
there's a new one.
There's a new one that's available now with all the new oils.
It's kind of on hold because of paper shortage. I got an email saying it is delayed. The printing is delayed because of a paper shortage. But the book is incredibly great. Yeah, and if you don't have this emotional book, The Essential Emotions, that is a really, really nice one to have when you have anything emotional that you might be dealing with. I pull that one out also, but that and the apps are so much easier, like Wendy said.
The apps are great. And I don't know about any of you, but I get people asking me all the time, how do I manage this? What do I use for that? And I'm happy to, take a screenshot of what I pull up in my favorite app, but it's just as easy for you to do it as it is for me to do it. I mean, it's not any information that's been specifically bestowed upon me. It's just having it as a resource so that you can be proactive whenever you need that kind of information. So there's a couple of apps that I really love, but my all-time favorite is called E Books. That's my favorite one. And then I like Modern Essentials. Essential Life has their own. Some of these apps are free. I mean, if you just search around in the App Store, you can find some that are free. There's EOE Books. And it's definitely worth having. And I love my reference books, but I don't always have them at my fingertips. I love Oil Magic. That's another great one. I love the QR codes that are in there. There's the app for Modern Essentials. So just poke around. I don't think one is necessarily better than another one. You might be overwhelmed with choices. Just pick one and give yourself permission to have it at your fingertips. I am always happy to answer your questions, but you don't want to wait for me. If you have a question, go ahead and look it up. It's just a great resource for you.
Wendy, I had the EOE book, the app, and it's a good reminder for me to go in there to the App Store and download it, because maybe it's been revised, or I'm not sure if they do that for free, adding new oil.
Yeah, that would be a good question.
Yeah,
I would
good
hope they
question.
would upgrade it.
know.
I mean,
Yeah, I
they're
think when you
adding oils.
update, I think when you update everything, I think it will be in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
And
Okay.
Barbara, if you ever have a question on a doTERRA oil that isn't maybe in something more current, then
Mhm.
anytime you go and Google the actual oil and
Mhm.
add the word PDF or add PDF to the end of it, it
Okay.
will come up immediately with the actual information that doTERRA puts out about that oil and the usage.
Nice,
In a
nice. It's sort of
really
like
easy-
product sheet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is the product sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's just a quick, easy way to get to that is if you put the
Right.
PDF after the oil.
It doesn't have
Okay.
as much information as the app
No,
doTERRA.
No.
They cannot say,
Right.
words.
They're not allowed.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so the books have more information or the app. So I definitely recommend either one of those for sure. So,
And having more than one, to me personally, is helpful because it's like with any medication, sometimes something will work for one person and it doesn't necessarily work for the next person. So having a
Mhm.
few different suggestions for an ailment,
Mhm.
different books and different apps might give you a new oil suggestion that the other one didn't. And that might be the one that actually works for you. So personally, I would do a little bit of research when I had an issue that I really wanted to take care of. And I would go to more than one source.
Sure.
cool.
Great idea.
All right. So moving on, we're going to move on to our fabulous Abode line. And Wendy's going to talk about bacteria, but quickly, I'd like to tell you what's in the Abode oil. So the combination that they chose to do, and as I said, they did so much research. And so the ingredients in the Abode line is lime, Litsea, cassia, lemon eucalyptus, tea tree, arbor vitae, Kochi eucalyptus, which is another type of eucalyptus, cilantro oil, lavandin, not lavender, but lavandin, and lemon myrtle. That is the combination. So it's very citrusy, and it
Smells like Melissa.
Yeah, kind of, but it's a little more citrusy.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting aroma, and that you can purchase the oil as well. The oil comes in the kit, just the oil, and you can add the oil. You can make your own cleaners. I actually, when I did laundry today, I added a couple extra drops of the Abode into my laundry because I was doing some socks and stuff, and I wanted it to make the socks smell really good. So anyway, so now we're going to talk about why they chose these amazing oils and what they actually can do. So Wendy, would you like to share about the Abode?
Sure. Thank you so much. One of the things that I learned on Facebook in one of our leaders groups is that people were saying that it's kind of a strong aroma. And so if you find it to be a little too strong, just give yourself permission to add something to it that makes it more palatable for yourself. So don't struggle through that. Just add something that you really love and make it more citrusy. Maybe add lime or more orange or whatever you want to add. But it won't affect the quality of the product at all.
At all.
So
and it is strong. It definitely
it's
is.
strong.
But
Yeah.
it's stronger in the actual bottle. I mean, you guys tell me if you agree or disagree. If you smell it from the bottle, it is very potent. You
Yes.
get that lemon eucalyptus is really forward for me. But when it's in the spray cleaner and when it's in the dish soap, I don't know why, but it is lovely. It is
Yeah.
so much more balanced in
Yeah.
that dilution. For some reason, it's incredible. It smells to me completely different once it's diffused or if it's in the
Very
spray.
Yeah.
I agree. I put it in my diffuser. And when I just smelled it, when I took the cap off, it was very strong, but when I diffuse it, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
also I did a load of laundry with the tabs, and my clothes smell so good.
That's great
Wonderful.
to hear. Good. That's great to hear. So I want to invite anybody that has information that they want to share to this part of the presentation, but I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about what I know about some of this bacteria. There were 36 essential oils that you can see here from the slide. This was a slide taken from the convention slides. And they were looking for remedies for 5 different types of bacteria, which we'll talk briefly about each one of those. And you can see here they did over 100 experiments. And the essential oils that are in the Abode line are the ones that rose to the top in an attempt to kill off the bacteria that's listed here. So the bacteria that was listed is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce these, but I can see that the first one is E. coli. And so that's the one I'm going to spend the most time on. So I'm just going to give you a little background on E. coli. It normally lives in the intestines of healthy people and animals, and most types are harmless or cause very brief periods of diarrhea, but a few strains can cause severe stomach cramps, bloody diarrhea, and vomiting. And you may be exposed to E. coli from contaminated water or food, especially raw vegetables and undercooked raw beef. And it's a person-to-person contact. In healthy adults, we usually recover from the infection from E. coli within a week, but young children and older adults have a greater risk of developing a life-threatening form of kidney failure. And by coincidence, I met a young woman just this past weekend, and she is suffering with the long-term effects of E. coli. So that was interesting to make her acquaintance because I really didn't know that much about it. So the risk factors are your age, young children and older adults. You can be more susceptible to getting E. coli if you have a weakened immune system. If you're taking an acid blocker, evidently that increases your risk for getting E. coli. So if you take things like Prevacid or Prilosec, it may increase your risk. So, oh, I thought this was interesting. There's no prevention of E. coli other than making sure your surfaces are perfectly clean, your utensils and all. There's no vaccine or medication that can protect you, though researchers are investigating potential vaccines. So we need more vaccines to be debating about. So to reduce your chance of being exposed, avoid swallowing water from lakes or pools and wash your hands often, avoid risky food and water, and watch out for cross contamination. So that's just the E. coli. We'll talk a couple of minutes about each one of those other ones. And then you can see here on the right-hand side of the screen, they've got the Petri dish. So it was an empty dish, and then they were allowing the bacteria to grow. And then with the application of the Abode blend, you can see that the bacteria had been cleansed away from the Petri dish. Okay, stand by, I have more notes. Okay, the other ones, I'm not going to even try to say it, but the next one underneath the E. coli is an antibiotic resistant bacteria that's common in hospitals. It causes ventilator associated pneumonia and other symptoms of sepsis. The next one is a staph, so that causes boils and skin infections, and often you have to have it surgically cleaned. It's often antibiotic resistant, and it can get into the blood and become systemic, so that could be a huge problem. And the next one is a pathogen that causes terrible lung damage. And then the last one on this list is black mold. So with this particular screenshot here, one of the leaders on a closed Facebook group page had put this together. I don't know if it was from the slides at convention, but you can see this is the black mold and the application of the Abode oil. So this is a period of days, 1 day in, and the very last one is 6 days in. So what that tells me is when you spray your surface counter with Abode, it's still effective even after 6 days. Isn't that what you're thinking about when you see this?
Yeah.
Too? So it lasts for a period of time.
Oh
So
my God, that frees me up.
Yeah, look, think about all the other things you could be huffing all your oil.
I only have to clean every 6 days.
Every 6 days. Oh,
Woo!
yeah, but that's what that means to me. And so then you're putting it in your beautiful products, right? So you've got the hand wash and the hand lotion, and those are also infused with the citrus bliss essential oil, which everybody just goes bananas over. And so Kathy, do you pour the entire contents of those containers into these amber
Yes,
bottles?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. And then the surface spray comes in a little concentrate. It's a smaller bottle, right?
Very small.
Yeah, look how tiny that
2
is. And
ounces
so
or 3 ounces.
But this right now, you can get 3, pay for 3 and get a 4th one free.
free, right? And so
So
does that whole container go into the surface
this whole
spray?
container goes into your bottle, and then you add water. It tells you where to stop. The line to stop adding the water is on the bottle.
On the bottle, but you put your whole
You put the whole
concentrate
thing in, but
Okay.
frankly, it lasts quite a while.
Well,
Because-
and the reason why they're doing that is because they said that when you buy a surface cleaner from the grocery store, you know, we talked about Mrs. Myers and what is it, Simple Green, that 90% of that product is actually water that you're buying. So
Yeah.
you might as well just buy this little small one, save all of the shipping and, you know, waste from the containers, and put it in your own gorgeous surface spray bottle. And
Yeah.
then I'm super excited about dish soap. Now that's something I would not have normally said to you, but I am because I've tried to make my own dish soap with the On Guard cleaner concentrate. And I was like, nah, I don't really like this. I didn't think I had a good
I tried that
recipe.
too.
It
Didn't
This
didn't
is
work.
lovely.
It
Yeah.
didn't work. So I am super excited about the dish soap.
Mhm.
And I have to tell you, I was going to look for a picture of this, but I bought myself that pretty tray, the wooden tray
Mhm.
that these bottles sit on. And then you could also get a little dish with a little
Scrubber?
brushy thing.
Scrub brush.
And I went ahead and I bought that. And, you know, true confessions, I haven't purchased my convention kit because I'm moving and I don't want to be schlepping everything across the country. But I wanted to get that beautiful tray because I said, those are going to sell out.
Yeah.
Make sure I get mine.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope that you'll enjoy your Abode product line. It looks absolutely beautiful. It's good for your health. It's good for the health of your family. And the way they've packaged it with recyclable materials, it's also very good for the planet. So very, very good job on
Wendy,
behalf
I
of
have a
Joe.
question.
Yes, maybe I have an answer.
Is the only thing that needs to be diluted is the spray, the counter spray?
I think
or is
so.
it
Yes.
dish soap? Is it the dish soap as well?
The dish soap is not diluted. It comes in this larger container.
Yeah,
Yes,
that one
I
right
got
there.
mine in that, and I wondered because I didn't get the brown bottles.
Actually, the foaming hand wash also, it's
because-
you'll
oh,
get a bottle of it, and you also foaming hand wash.
Yeah, you
You-
do add
There's
water.
a little mark on there that you fill up with the soap, and then the rest is water. So you'll get like 3, I mean, it'll last you forever.
right.
doTERRA was so smart when they did this because, you know, you make the investment in the bottles initially and you're never having to buy the bottles again, you know, unless you want more of them. Like I do, I want to get, I'd like to have a set of these in my bathroom too, just so I don't
Yeah.
take the surface cleaner into my bathroom. I want to keep one in the bathroom and keep one in the
Yeah.
kitchen, and they're just keep one in my van. But they're so beautiful. But you can put them in any extra spray bottle you have and just put, you know, a little label on it so you know what it is. But the products are just amazing. And the recycling, everything they did was really well thought out. So
Mhm.
everything is recyclable. We're making a much smaller imprint on the earth. And I'm just so grateful they did this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
me too. One thing, if you're going to be putting it in your own bottle, that I'm asking as much as saying, there's lime in it. And I'm wondering if you put it into a plastic bottle, is that going to be an issue, or can you?
Well, no,
you're
not really.
using your own. Is it so
It's
diluted?
fine,
It
as long
doesn't
as you're
matter?
It's fine as long as you're not drinking it, and you're not. So you can put it in plastic. That's the thing. Citrus does degrade plastic. So, you know, anytime, you know, that's why we tell people never put lemon or essential oils in a plastic cup and drink it. it's not going to kill anything if you put it in a plastic spray container. The glass is just better because it's not going to leach any plastic, but you're just using it to clean, so it's not disastrous.
Okay.
Thing.
Right.
That's a great question, though, Kath, for sure. But, you know, if you have any extra glass bottles, which most of us do have some glass bottles on some product somewhere, keep it and reuse it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, this has been so much fun and so informative. Barbara, do you have anything you want to add since you're using some of these products? Is there anything that you would want to share with
No,
anybody
and
else?
actually, well, the only ones I told you when I tried to order and I didn't order the kit, but I was trying to buy the 4 bottles, and then I was going to buy things, and then they were out of stock, and I thought, I really don't need them, but because I really wanted the dishwashing tabs, and I wanted the laundry tabs, and I wanted the dishwashing soap. Those
Yeah.
were the ones I really wanted, and that's why I asked if the dishwashing soap was had to be diluted too. So now I know. But and it was funny because I thought, wow, that is really strong when I put it in my diffuser. But you're all right. It mellows out so beautifully. And I mean, I just want to smell my clothes now all the time. I can't wait to smell my dishes.
Yeah.
Barbara, I
weird.
did read
That's
where the bottles are supposed to be back in stock potentially by the end of the month.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. Wendy knows my frustration. It just seems like anytime I want to get something, like the sachets, Wendy, remember the doTERRA sachets Vitality Pack? It's like,
I do
they're out of
remember.
stock again.
I do
Well, COVID has created a lot of issues because of supply chain, and doTERRA was never running out of products up until COVID happened. So
Yeah.
and I hate to blame everything on COVID, but it's the truth. And Amy,
Right.
you know, because you work for the post office.
I do. It's something, I'll tell you.
So there's lots of issues going on with shipping delays in every aspect. And now even you guys are delaying stuff too, correct?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure exactly how they're delaying it. I heard, like, okay, let's say you go down to the post office and mail a package, and it goes down to, we ship it all down to Sacramento, where there's big, trucks,
Right.
and they start loading the truck. Well, what I heard is if the truck isn't full, they won't send it on its way. They'll wait till the next day to get the next day's stuff on it.
Oh,
Which is why my wine hasn't arrived for like
Right.
almost 2 weeks.
That's because of the gas prices,
Darn it.
probably.
I guess.
Exactly. The gas prices, and there's not enough people. There's a shortage on people and
Right.
help everywhere. So everything's taking a bit longer, and that including our doTERRA orders will be a couple days behind because of that as well. So
Right.
Wanda, I'm glad you made it too. Wanda's from Peachtree, Arizona. So glad to see you on here, Wanda.
hi,
Hi.
Wanda.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, I've been enjoying listening to you all, and I'm learning a lot from you all. So, thanks for sharing.
Absolutely.
We learn from each other.
Yeah, and I can't wait to get the new product. So it sounds like they're out, the glass bottles I just heard. Is that what you said?
Well, unless they're out, unless you buy the convention kit, which the convention kit is available for, it's wholesale $238, and it comes with all of these products, including the new oils, the new deep blue stick, the On Guard. So you get the bottles with it.
Mhm.
So that's the only way to
okay.
get, you get a sampling of everything. So it's a really cool. Oh, there we go.
And
I was just
probably
gonna
cheaper. Probably
say,
cheaper.
let's go into doTERRA and show them where that kit is. Can you see my screen okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go in. So this is the shop page, and you could go to kits and collections. And I think, let's see, where do we think that is? Collections? I don't know if it's in collections or
I think it's a special.
there. Okay, here it is. It's under collections. And you can see you have two different ways to purchase the kit. This one comes with the bottles, and
Mhm.
it's only $20 more to buy the kit with the bottles.
Which is probably cheaper than buying the bottles alone anyway.
I would think
Right.
so,
Yeah.
Barbara, right? I would think so.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure what the PV is on the one without the bottles, but I bet they're the same.
I think it is the same because you don't get
I
any
bet.
PV bottles.
You're
It's-
not going to get any
PV
PV
is
bottles.
175 and the wholesale price is 210 without the bottles, and the wholesale price with the bottles is
Right.
238. So it's
Oh,
a really
nice.
great value. Then you've got all the bottles, you've got all the product,
Right.
you know, the new oils plus the Huga, which is just a special,
Yeah.
you know, limited time offer. And then you'll get the Abode oil as well as that delicious Madagascar vanilla bean and the deep blue stick with the copaiba. So it's
And if you're ordering before or
Value.
on the 15th, you're also qualifying for that 200 PV promo, the copaiba soft gels, which are awesome, the deep blue rub, and you'll get
Mhm.
cypress.
yeah, the free cypress.
wow.
Well, no, you'd have to add something to the kit.
No.
PV.
It's
Yes.
it's wholesale 210 without the bottles and wholesale
Yeah, but
238.
that's not the PV, Kathy. You
Oh,
need to.
PV. Yes, you have to
So
add
if you
something.
want to get, the free deep blue and copaiba, you will have to add something. And if I
Yes.
believe you can add
Oh,
a bottle of Huga or something. to
okay.
Yeah, that's
You can add whatever. Just make sure it hits 200 PV.
right.
in
And
order
then
to-
you'll
Oh,
get three free products when you do it before the 15th. You get the
Yeah.
cypress.
Okay, so like right
Soft-
now, I could do it right now, order it so that I could get it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will do
Yes,
that
ma'am.
tonight then.
Yeah.
When we get
Wanda,
off.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And
I mean,
you
if
can
you
add
want
whatever
all of these
you want.
anyway, you're saving money. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
That's
Right.
true. Yeah.
it's discounted cheaper than you're gonna get them all individually in your cart.
Absolutely. Yeah. You
So
save-
if you want all of them anyway, why not take advantage of the bundle and get some
Mhm.
extra freebies? I mean, this is
Yeah.
like Black Friday.
But do remember, guys, let me just clarify this. For those of you who order the convention kit, remember the two bags, the laundry pods and the dishwasher pods, they come in a smaller bag in the kit. When you reorder the pods, you're going to get 45 of them as opposed to 10. Okay,
Right.
just so you know, they tried to keep the price point at about 200 PV. They always like to do that. They wanted to keep it on, around that. So the price point affordable. So they sent you sample packs of the laundry pods and the dish pods. So just
Right.
know that's not the size of what you'll get when you reorder them.
Okay.
Whatever it is that
Yeah,
you
that
have.
was confusing. That was
Yeah.
confusing for some people. So thank you for mentioning that.
Okay.
What do you
In
think,
November,
Linda
you'll get big
Oken?
ones.
What do you think, Linda Oken? Any questions, or does it tickle
No,
your
it's-
fancy?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is a beautiful, beautiful kit. And it'll keep you and your family healthy all winter, spring and summer and fall. It'll just work for every season. It's a lovely collection of product.
And it's non-toxic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing is, you're safe if you have grandkids or animals or just
Yeah.
ourselves. What
Yeah.
we're breathing into our systems, it's just non-toxic. It's incredible. So
Yeah.
And I like what you said, Wendy, that we have the On Guard to protect us, and we have the Abode to protect our surroundings.
Yeah.
exactly
Because
right.
like, why people think, why would we
Protect
need two of
us and
Yeah.
both
Why
protect
wouldn't
us from our surroundings.
it? Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Well, our next class is going to be in a couple of weeks. And gosh, if memory serves me, is it the one about the oral health with Carrie? Are we thinking that's our next one?
And I'm not sure. We have to contact Carrie and make sure she's available.
Okay.
I think it's a plan for our next one, but we
Yeah,
haven't.
I think
spoken
that's the
to her
plan.
yet. But it will be 2 weeks from tonight,
Okay.
I believe. Let me just look on the calendar here.
Yeah. I'm looking for-
26th,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a Tuesday, the 26th.
Yep.
Potentially oral health and digestive
Okay.
support, but we'll see. It will be fun no matter what.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we will be posting these on, remember, this stuff really works. Or Team Badass or Wendy's Oils, but we're sharing it on there. So be sure and watch for the dates. We'll be posting all that information on those groups. Okay.
Wendy, you're really good about reminders too. I appreciate it because my calendar is so scattered these days. So thank you for that.
Yeah. You're welcome. Sometimes I feel like I'm just walking around with a megaphone. Hello,
I know.
everybody.
Do I have to tell you again?
I think Linda Oken said it the other day. She's like, "Oh, I hope I don't forget. I think I sent you 3 reminders." to come."
I'll never
So,
complain. I'll never.
I know. When my husband's mom met me the first time, she secretly said to Bob, "She's nice, but she's kind of pushy."
Oh. There's worse
Well.
things. Worse things.
There you go. Absolutely. All right.
Well, I certainly am giving you all lots of love, everybody, and just stay
Yeah.
healthy and clean your kitchen.
Yeah. Right. Wash your clothes.
Go wash your clothes.
Yes,
Go
ladies.
sniff your plates.
Thank
I am
you.
going to sniff my dishes right now. Okay. Bye, ladies.
Bye,
Okay.
honeys.
Goodbye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.